Got a Texas root beer preform here. I'm gonna try to finish out. Looks like pretty good solid material. It's raw too. It's been a little tough, but I don't like my root beer heat treated. I like it raw. It's glossier and prettier heat treated, but it takes a better lick and you can a little bit more forgiving when it's raw. I'll tap my base while it's still thick. Got some meat on it. I don't really have a particular technique. I just take opportunistic flakes. If I see a good ridge that I want to follow, that'll be the flake I remove. Just random. I got this from Curtis Smith. All the rock he sells is top notch. Don't really know what I want to make out of it yet. Oh, about a pedernales, but it's a little too wide. I don't want to sacrifice all that width to make that point. They just do a freestyle point. That way you don't have any restrictions on what you can make. It can be whatever you want it to be. It can be an eccentric. It can be a made-up point type that don't even exist. Half of what I make probably don't exist. Already pretty thin. I don't really know why I'm trying to reduce it down anymore. It's thin enough now. Anybody ever seen a root beer Newman? That would be funny. And I'm not past doing that. Won't have to worry about it getting passed off as the real thing. Newman made out of root beer. Got that one thinned down pretty nice. We'll get a little symmetry built back up on it, and then we'll turn it into something. Still offset a little bit. I can probably straighten it back up with some pressure flakes. All right, let's do a little pressure flaking. The boring part. I got one more percussion flake I need to. I don't know. Yeah, we'll take one off the corner. That's it. That's what I was aiming for. All right. Time for some board and stuff. Get my flake catcher there. I use a bucket to catch my flakes. Seems to help reduce the amount of cleanup I have in my shed here. Make sure I get focused in. Yeah, I think it's in the camera. May just set it up for another series of percussion flakes. push it, get it a little bit thinner. I'm not really pushing in too much. I don't want to run them. Just kind of straightening the edge and thickening it up in case I want to do another series of percussion flakes. Humidity's got my pressure flaker slick here. Hard to hang on to. Yeah, I'm going to probably make another run of percussion. I'll shear this edge. I'm going to take some flakes off this side. Tell you what, it's a whole lot easier to shear with a hopper than it is a pressure flaker. This is an unweighted bopper. There's no weight in that tip. It's just a copper cap on a stick. This is pretty much all I use it for right here. The unweighted boppers will shear the edge without grabbing a flake and trying to drive it. All right, I think I got it good enough for another series. I don't know, that's pretty thin. This may be a bad idea. But we're going to push it. All right, that one went. That one went. That one didn't do. That one went. All right, that side did pretty decent. Now let's match it. Went too deep with that one. might can fix that. I grind the top of my ridges off so it'll, so the energy will transfer further and possibly run it all the way across and take that out. Don't know if it will or not, but we're going to try it. I don't like that platform yet. This may break, but I don't like that. It's got to come out. Got it. Don't get any riskier than that. I almost went too deep. Look at that. That's no big deal. I have to straighten that up with pressure flaking. That's thin as we're going to go. There's some pressure flaking now. Start making this thing look like something. Address the base just a minute. Have to get my foam covered flaker. That's some foam I put on that flaker to keep from slipping. Humidity is the highest. I got muslin so slick. Felt like it's going to slip off. Stabbed me in the hand. still not exactly sure what I want to make out of it. We got to start doing something though. This video will be too long. Probably gonna put some kind of a stem on it. I may regret this, but I can't take it. I gotta go a little bit thinner. All right, let's see if this is a good idea or a bad idea. Not too bad. Boogered it up a little bit, but nothing I can't fix. There's a little pressure here. Got a little place on the base. A little high spot there. I can get that though with a little bit of pressure. I better address my flaker though. Ease up a little bit because I felt a little bit of slack in that thing. All right, let's see if we can get it now. We'll try to get rid of that. Pretty nice. Yeah, that thing's pretty thin now. Scary thin. I may leave the edge rough. I like a rough, jagged edge on a point. Gives it character to me. On the flaker. There we go. I have two of these. One of them's a little more pointy than the other one. Ooh, yeah, that thing a cut. We're gonna leave that edge alone. With this enough. Put some notches or a stem in it. I'm just going to go in from this angle and see what it starts looking like. Turn into a stem. They just turn it into a jagged edge harden. Fine edge where it makes a point look good. But if you want it to cut, some of the people I sell to, they have these things and knives and actually use them. So I'm gonna try to leave it jagged. But we're gonna make a pretty stem. We're gonna make the stem look good anyway. Spend a few minutes refining it stem, it'll stand out. Make the piece look good. Got a ways to go yet. May make it higher. Straighten the base out a little bit. some good grinding in there so I can drive some deeper flakes. Get the big boy flaker out this time. I'm gonna really try to push some in that corner. Ooh, that ram. Do a little bit of grinding and do it again. We can go pretty deep. Starting to look like an Adena blade. Get my large flaker back out. All right, let's see how far this one goes. A good punch out flake that come out of there. That one was too. All right, we're starting to get somewhere. We'll start finishing this thing up. Need to match the ears up a little bit. One of them was hooked up and the other one was hooked down. There we go. Got matching ears now. We'll start hooking up now. Put some grinding in there. Oh, that one's not ready yet. Got to take a little bit out of the base there. Give me a little bit of room. I'll square the stem back up in just a minute. I was making some room for the tip of my flaker so the edges wouldn't catch a ear and rip it off. Maybe the last one. Right. Square the stem back up. Start making this thing look decent. I don't know, it don't look too bad as it is. This video is probably going to go a little bit longer than I wanted it to, because I'm being too picky. Get my nail knocker out now. Just a nail, a regular old nail. Not quite. I got one more flake on that base I gotta take. Got a flake that's in the way, and I got a high spot that's in the way. If I don't get it, a flaker will hit the edge and take the base out. Got to make room for your tools to get in there to do the job. Now it's time for the nail. The only thing I do with this nail is clip the base with the edge of that. It digs it up in there and gives it a hardened look. Now we can start straightening this thing up. It's actually looking like a hardened point now. Just cleaning them notches out a little bit. almost done. And make the base symmetrical. That side was a little offset. That's better. I said I wasn't going to refine the edge, but I guess I am now. We're not going to get too crazy with it. I think we'll just straighten it up a little bit. I don't know, that side actually looks better than the one I refined, but I can't unrefine this one, so I'm going to have to make this one match. I ought to go ahead and put a bevel on this thing. Make it sure enough look like a hardened point. Got some slack in my flanker there. Tighten it up a little bit. All right, here we go. We'll straighten it out. Doing exactly what I said I wasn't going to do. I said I wasn't going to refine the edge, but somehow have found myself refining the edge. All right, that side's done. Let's match it. And go back down the side. One more pass. We're almost done. Straighten that air out a little bit. Make it match the other one. And we have a finished point. Not too bad. That little fingernail, there we go. Little fingernail hinge out of there. Several little fingernail hinges. I can just pop them out very easy. Got that one. Not bad. Thanks for watching.